Hey crafty people, welcome back to my channel, and in case you're new here, I'm Sarah, also known as Craft Nerd because I'm a nerd who loves to craft. I do paper crafting, card making, junk journaling, and mixed media art. Let's get crafting! Welcome to my channel. It's time for another installment of the Full Deck Challenge 4 being hosted by Shanuki Art. I'll leave a link to her introductory video, and it's week 23, and our prompts are bee, tissue paper, steampunk, repeat. So I think we're going to do tissue paper and steampunk. And we're going to start by using some tissue paper I stamped on, and I know I did this in a video. I'll see if I can find it, and I'll leave a link in the description box. But I figured that would be kind of cool on there. So I've got some Liquitex matte medium that I'm going to use to glue the tissue paper to the card. And I figured since this was a component of our prompts, I'd do it on camera, even though I usually pre-cover the card before I start the video to speed things along. No! Oh man, that just, all right. And that really sucks, and I just realized I'm using the wrong side. All right, we're gonna peel this off. We're going to cut that off. This is a mess. No, that was the right side. It just seems brighter on the other side. All right. We are gonna try this again with another section of the tissue paper. We're gonna do this section because I really want the circle bit, because the focal image I've got pulled out is a little girl with a moon. I think that does not have enough glue on it. Let's try this again. We are going to be very, very gently. I'm gonna leave this to dry naturally, and then we will come back and decorate it. All right, so it is dry, and I trimmed it out, although I gotta trim a little bit more on this one corner. And I pulled out, this is a Paper Snippet Company digital, and I really liked her, and I was like, wait, let me check and see. And I think this little bug can be considered a bee. So to go with our prompt, so I pulled him out and printed him and fuzzy cutted him. I want to add antique linen. Woo! I'm dropping stuff over here. On top of her, just to knock back the white, because I didn't want to like cut off all of the hair flurries she's got going on. So just to knock that back so it's a little less white, so it doesn't stand out quite as much against the background. There's a difference between the two. It's subtle. Do a little bit more. I'll just do this around the bee too, since he's got a little bit of white showing. But gently, because I don't want to tear off his antennae. All right, so here's what I'm thinking layout-wise. Got her, and this is also from the digital. It says Born of Gears and Magic. And I'm thinking I want to use some of my faux antique tape or alcohol ink tape, because this is really not antique colors, and put it on using that. And of course, I started filming, and my dog, who's been outside, is all of a sudden like, But wait, I want to come in. So he's gonna wait a second. This stuff does not like to tear, so we're just gonna snip it. And I'm gonna go let a dog in. And now we're gonna go like this. Here, let's put it on here so you can see what I'm doing. And I'm gonna just take the strip and kind of line it up so there's, oh no, I cut it too short. And it is now down. Aw, nut fuckers. All right, we'll patch it up. But I need to remember to do this more often with the tape, where I just like use it to cover something, because I really like how that took the plain sentiment and added color to it. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna stick it on round about there. And we're gonna press it down here in a sec. And I'm just gonna add a little bit more so that it's fully covered. Just wrap that around like so. And I'm gonna put this back on my piece to save it for something else. I'm gonna take my bone folder and kind of press down the tape, press it down on the piece, just to make sure we're nice and secure. I really like how that changed the look of the just plain white sentiment. Definitely need to remember that again. All right, she's gonna go there. I was thinking our little bug could go up here. And then I pulled out for my stash of gears that I did a video quite a while ago on making these guys. And I thought, just to add a little bit more interest, we could add some gears on here. There, those guys up. Stick that one over here. And then I figured I'd do one up here like so, but I'm gonna stick a brad through it. So I think that's what we're gonna go with. I kind of like that. And we definitely got our Steampunk 5 going. So let's start gluing stuff down. Grab my tweezers, which will help with holding the little pieces. And I'm just gonna add glue to the back of these guys. I will link the video where I made rusty gears. In the description box if you want to know how I made these guys. Turning this around because I'm noticing like a little orange spot that's a little too bright. I don't want, so I'll put it so it's behind her. Then punch the hole through and put the brad through the card as well. Oh no! The top gear stuck to the hole punch. All right, let's re-glue that on. Put some tape on that as well, just to keep it in place. All right, I am gonna grab my Tim Holtz texture hammer and texturize that, because that sucker's moving around. We're gonna definitely need to tape him down.
Knew that hole was going to be too big, but I did it anyway. I think that helped. That definitely flattened that down, but good. Let's see if we can rotate it more how I want it rotated. There we go. All right, I just need to go grab some ink so that I can fill this out. I'll be right back. All right. So we ended up doing bee, tissue paper, and steampunk. Funny is, I'm pretty sure this is the same ink as that one, and because I'm using this a different tip, we're getting more of the sparkle than we did last time. All right, there we go. Week 23 is done. Let me give you a closer look. And actually, there's one more thing I want to do. I'm gonna add a gem on there. All right, now it's done. So that's all for today. If you enjoyed this video, please do all the things that let YouTube know you enjoyed the video. Like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, leave me a comment down below. Thanks for joining me, and happy crafting.